We're still having the Honeymoon in Rome week. Unfortunately, there's also a Rome, Georgia. Ugh. Although that's actually nice. It's slightly nicer than Rome, Italy. Slightly, but it's more expensive. So we're raising money because Karen and I are having our honeymoon about 3 years after we got married. And we're leaving on Thursday, and we're coming back the next Thursday, Thanksgiving. So you'll have a week of thanks that I'm not streaming. So there'll be very little like, ah! You won't hear that for like a week. That's like Thanksgiving. Then when Thanksgiving's over, then you're in trouble. Yeah. So anyway, that was a good way to start the stream. Probably not a lot of people here yet, so they didn't get their ears crushed like the people who showed up on time. Terrible. All right, I refreshed the stream, and still there's nobody here. Probably because I murdered them all by screaming in the mic. 0. That's probably not the right number. My battery's running low. What? Oh, my computer's not plugged in. Oh, that's true. It's always plugged in too. Let's see. I don't see one of those. I'll have to steal one from Karen. It's me. I'm plugging my computer in so it doesn't die. Although it might die. So there you go. The truth hurts. Will my computer shut off before I plug it in? I think the answer is fries. Ugh. Go, Ben. Plug that computer in. Do-si-do. That was a good noise. Yay, that was fun. All right. Fried computer sounds yummy. 28. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I think my computer was... No, actually it wasn't. There's a plug that's always supposed to be here, but we have like 4 laptops that are virtually the same laptop, and they all have the same plug, and, they move around. There should be one permanently plugged in here, but probably it, left. Somewhere you won Hamburg after defeating Duda. Correct. Okay. Yay, commercials. I'm the best. That's how I've been. All right, let's get rid of this nonsense. Okay, good. Okay, well, I can join the tournament now. Tournament starts at an hour because we're going to do stuff first. I'm going to have some period. That's all I'm going to have. Hot. The stream's going to end about 20 minutes early today because I started about 15 minutes late because Rick and Morty's on and Spencer's coming over and such. Karen's going to go to karaoke by herself and she'll get home about 11 and we'll all watch Rick and Morty, obviously. New Rick and Morty tonight, 11:30 Eastern, episode 2. I assume they'll show episode 1 and 11 right before it. They usually do stuff like that. I've seen episode 1 twice, so I think I almost understand it now. Almost. Now, since this is the... Oh, by the way, when I was at karaoke last night, one of the guys I've never seen before there had a jacket on that was very Rick and Morty. And so I showed him my phone because I got the Rick and Morty, I got the screensaver and the lock screen and all that stuff. And he said he was at the Rickmobile the day before, and he got some swag that you could only get from them, and he was talking about Rick and Morty a lot. So, yeah. So like that, everybody loves Rick and Morty. Yay, thanks, Ben Village. It takes a village to subscribe. All right, so we're raising money for the honeymoon. We need 200,000 centidues before Thursday. We're, almost 5% the way there after 2.5 streams. It's pretty good. Trying to learn subscribed again. 22 months. I've only been streaming for 19 months. Hard to understand. Thanks, trying to learn. Anyway, Tournament starts at about 55 minutes. And the reason is the first 45 minutes plus of the stream, we're going to talk about the Italian game since I'm going to Italy with Karen. Makes a lot of sense. Not really. Okay. And I didn't do any prep because I don't want the lecture to be too good because, then you guys will expect stuff. But I know more than you, so that's all that matters. Now, first we have to have a history lesson because I was a history major. It's one of my many majors in college. And I shouldn't actually do this. I should get an analysis board. Yeah. All right, 420, the usual. Thank you. Thanks, Welch's grape juice. Okay, now, what happened is in the 1800s, people liked to play gambits. And some of those gambits started with bishop c4. And then in the early 1900s, people liked gambits less, so they played lines where there were no gambits, like the Ruy Lopez. And for 100 years, maybe not 100 years, close, the Ruy Lopez was the favorite of super GMs. 200 centidues, little bits. Thanks, trying to learn. And so there was, a dichotomy between the gawking rabble, you at home, and the professional GM, myself. GMs are playing bishop b5, and gawking rabble is playing bishop c4. The reason is gawking rabble like action. They want roar. They're mad. Okay, they don't want to play 90-move maneuvering game because they can't handle the truth. So between like 1920 and 2010, bishop b5 is what grandmasters usually played, not always. And the gawking rabble, they don't like bishop b5 because they like d4 and bishop c4 and knight c3 and etc. Now, what happened is some grandmasters decided there's too much theory in the Ruy Lopez, there's too many Berlins. I'm going to play bishop c4 and avoid all of that, but I'm not going to play the gambits. I'm just going to play it like a Ruy Lopez, but I'm going to avoid these other Ruy Lopez lines. Okay. And Ace Benedict gifted a sub to Primogenitor. Nice. Okay. So when you see super grandmasters play the Italian game, they're usually playing a boring line, which looks like a Ruy Lopez. And sometimes it almost transposes because the bishop goes to b3, we play c3, and sometimes bishop c2, sometimes not. And in the Ruy Lopez, sometimes we go bishop here, c3, and bishop c2. Okay, now to avoid the Berlin, a lot of grandmasters are like, all right, d4, bishop c4, not playing e4 on move one, which is a bit silly. Now, when I think of the Italian game, and I never think of the Italian game, but when I do, I think about bishop c4, bishop c5. That doesn't mean that that's the only Italian game. And in fact, Wikipedia does not agree with my definition of the Italian game. Wikipedia says bishop c5 and knight f6 are both the Italian game, but this is called the Giuoco Piano, and this is called the two knights. Well, I always call knight f6 the two knights. And in fact, I always call bishop c5 the Giuoco Piano. But I never say Italian game because that's encompassing everything. Of course, black can play other moves like d6 and g6 and h6, knight d4. These moves don't have as good a reputation. Now, after knight d4, which is not a good move, that's just a trappy move. And here, every reasonable move gives one an advantage. c3, knight takes d4, castles, they're all good. And in fact, it's not even necessarily clear that the blunder, knight takes e5, loses. In fact, the engine says it's fine. Knight takes e5 is a move that weaker players play because they overlook queen g5, threatening all this. And a standard beginner's trap that's in books and also in the terrible movie The Illusion Defense goes like this. Now that's a blunder. Now the game's over. And then if you play knight takes, queen takes here isn't mate yet, but I mean bishop f1, but you're losing everything. So you lose everything. And the engine says plus 13 for black. What you can do is rook f1 if you don't want to lose your rook. And then after here, there's this well-known checkmate. Now the point is, knight takes e5 isn't a good move. However, knight takes e5 is probably okay. It's not a good move. And here, you shouldn't play knight takes f7 and lose. You should either castle or play bishop f7. And then white's not losing here. This is just a complicated position. Very complicated. The engine says it's actually about equal with correct play. But basically, we're going to castle next move and sack a piece. All right. The point is knight d4 is a silly move because after castles, knight takes d4, c3, white's much better. All right. Now, bishop c5 is what I call the Italian game, and knight f6 is the two knights. However, they're both the Italian game because Wikipedia said so. Rawr! Now, fortunately, the beginning of the so-called fried liver is knight g5, and because of that, weaker players like yourselves think that whenever white plays knight g5 in the game of chess, that's the fried liver. Okay, so they're like knight here, a5, knight g5. How'd your game go? I played the fried liver. Now, as a vegan, I'm not allowed to discuss this very much because of my lack of knowledge of fried liver. Now, of course, at a Grandmaster level, we never see the fried liver. Because if the fried liver happens on the chessboard, that means black's already made a mistake. Grandmasters usually don't make mistakes the first four moves when they're still in their preparation, so we don't see it very often. At the lower levels, lower than you guys, that's saying something. You go to a scholastic tournament and the kids are under 500 strength, which is most of the kids. Once you go here, it's over. It's white wins. White wins every time, and then some. And often white takes the queen, often white takes the rook, and black just makes the moves are random. Here and then here. It's a disaster of monumental proportions. Now, I have an acquaintance in Chicago, teaches chess, and he tells his kids, if you play here, they're going to go there, and you don't want to deal with that. So you're going to go here, and then if they play here, you can take it. Which happens. That happens. And there are kids, not my kids, who actually intentionally give their knight away. The reason is they then play this move, and they have a very high percentage chance, based on their opponent's strength, that they're going to overlook bishop takes g5, like a lot of you would at home. So they take the pawn one way or the other, and then they lose their queen. Obviously, after queen g2, white should resign. White's engine says +9 for black. Okay. Now, my acquaintance in Chicago told me funnily that if he tells his students play bishop c5 so they can't play knight g5, that doesn't mean they will. And I've had this experience with my students. Most of my teachings are general. Get your pieces out, castle, play in the center, take all the opponent's pieces. That doesn't give you any information about what to do in a specific situation. That's just general advice. However, occasionally, I give specific advice. Now, for example, I had a lesson with Archer on Wednesday. My only students are Archer and Karen, because I don't teach anymore. And I told Archer, on move 2, you should do this, a move he never played before. And then it turned out that evening he had that position, which is weird. And he did play the move on move 2, and then he won. Okay, that was a very specific... Okay. Now, when you specifically tell your student, don't play knight f6, play bishop c5, you'd think that would be easy to remember in a position they have 80% of the time on move 3. But it's not. Okay, and the kids forget, and they play knight f6. Okay. Now, he told his kids, when you forget to play bishop c5 and you play knight f6, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right, which happens like half the time. Now, every kid that they play knows the move d5. That's the main move. And none of the kids, including me, know knight takes e4. Knight takes e4 is not a good move, but you have to know why. So when his kids forget to play bishop c5, he tells them to do this. And in fact, according to the engine, only one move here is good for white. And after knight here, actually, the engine prefers black. You have to play bishop takes f7 because it's here we're threatening mate. And if you castle, we still take on f2. God damn. Okay, and then this is the idea. And the engine actually says black is winning here, the engine that I have. This reminds me of more of a Traxler variation. So rook f8's coming, and so on. d5, and bishop here, and knight d4. All right. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just like an aside. So if you're playing a blitz game, and you get black in this position, and you do an hour of preparation on this move, you're going to do pretty well. All right. But you're not going to do that. You're just going to, go home and, pass out and wake up in a daze. All right. Bishop c5, of course, avoids all of the knight g5 stuff because you can take it. Now, the point is, when white makes any move, doesn't matter what it is, c3, d3, castles, any normal move, we play knight f6 and we're ready to castle. So, for example, you never want to play knight g5 in Italian-esque kind of positions when black can castle. That's just silly. That doesn't belong on g5. And taking here is always is these other squares too. Taking here is always good for black because white has no development. Setting up for the next game. You don't want to give up 2 pieces for a rook in the opening. Okay. So the point of bishop c5 is knight g5 never happens. Now, a lot of grandmasters after knight f6 will not play knight g5. I would say more than half don't. Now, if you and your opponent are under 2,000, I recommend playing knight g5 and learning some theory. Super GMs always play d3 here. And then you can play bishop e7 or bishop c5. They're both fine. I mean, if I was black, I would play bishop e7 because I could have played bishop c5 on move 3. So I didn't want to play bishop c5. And, this is just a different way of playing. Grandmasters nowadays are usually playing bishop c5 because they like that better. Now, 150 years ago, until about 1900, every game went like this. This is every game. And grandmasters decided black was equal, so now grandmasters usually play d3, and we have what's called the Giuoco Pianissimo, okay, the quiet game. And, the knight goes around here, castles. Sometimes we advance on the queen side. If black wants to take our bishop, sometimes we save our bishop before he's allowed to do so. And we get a very Ruy Lopez kind of game with the bishop here instead of here. And, of course, if the bishop's going back, it's almost the same. Now, to get more intricate, there's a grandmaster you've never heard of named Sergei Kudrin. Now, speaks Russian, has a Russian name, but actually moved to the U.S. as a small child and learned chess here. And when he was a little kid, he was like 1,600, 1,500, and eventually became a grandmaster. So it sounds like typical 70s, 80s, 90s Russian grandmaster moving to the US, but it's not true. It's a Russian kid moving to the US who didn't play chess and became a grandmaster here. Shocking. Okay, and Kudrin, not only does he avoid the Berlin, he avoids the Petrov. And yet, he's trying to play an Italian game. So obviously after here, you can play knight f6 and play a Petrov. Kudrin plays bishop c4 now, which is a bishop's opening. And if you play bishop c5 or knight c6, he's going to play an Italian game with knight f3, but he's avoided the Ruy Lopez and the Petrov. Of course, he has to reckon with c6. And this is just a different variation altogether. This is a well-known variation of the bishop's opening. Well-known. Okay? So he's allowing this, but he's not allowing the Petrov or the Ruy Lopez with his move order. All these move orders can transpose. And the thing is, if you decide you're going to play the Petrov or the Ruy Lopez with black, and your opponent plays the Italian or the Ponziani or the Scotch, you got to know that too. So a lot of people, to avoid learning the Italian and the Scotch, will play the Petrov. Then you avoid the Italian and the Scotch. But if you got to learn bishop c4, which you have to learn anyway. Okay. Even d4 is a move. f4, king's gambit. Roar. All right. Now this is an Italian stream, so we'll talk about this. And I mean, when I think of the Italian, I mainly think boring. So I think d3. And then the games can go so many ways. A lot of times white's advancing on the queen side. A lot of times white's playing knight a3 to c2, defending d4. A lot of times white's castling and playing rook e1, defending their pawn here so they can play d4. And often one side or the other is trying to push their d-pawn to d5 or d4. So if you're white, you have to know lines where black's playing a very early d5. Takes, knight takes, and occasionally, if not more than occasionally, he's sacrificing this e-pawn sort of like in a Marshall gambit. I could just make up a line, because that sounds like something I would do. Yeah, I'm just making this up. And then, black's like, whatever, I'll sack a pawn. Okay. And in this position, for example, which I made up, there could be 1,000 Grandmaster games. There could be 0. I don't know. This move isn't one of the top 4 engine moves. Okay? In fact, that move loses because we have bishop takes f2, or we could take here first. And the idea is, they're both about the same. I guess I'd take here first. And then bishop f2. And you can't take with the king because queen f6 check is a fork. Yeah. So these kind of things happen where if black plays d5 early, that means he's not playing d6. That means e5 is weak. And sometimes white can take it, sometimes white can't. However, there's a lot of Grandmaster games where nobody plays d4 or d5. They play d3 and d6. And, they move around and around and around until you put sleep. And that's very Ruy Lopez-like, but there's no Berlin. The top's on it. Terrible. That was like the Berlin Wall. I couldn't get through that cap. Damn. Okay. Now, you guys don't care about that. You guys care about the fried liver. That's all you care about. When you become a vegan like me, you just forget about that. Yeah. Evan's Gambit's always possible. Let's see. Chat looks nonsense. Okay. So the fried liver, as you guys like to call it, starts like this. There are no fried livers at the Grandmaster level because this is terrible for black. Any Grandmaster that has black in this position does not play knight takes d5. No Grandmaster ever plays that ever. So the fried liver is based on black making a terrible move on move 5. So it never happens at the top level. Never. Okay, Grandmasters play knight a5, and there's also tricky lines with knight d4 and b5, which aren't very good for black, but they're tricky. And knight a5 is okay. Okay, and then there's a lot of theory. Oh my God, there's a lot of theory. You know how much theory there is? The answer is there's a lot. That's how much theory there is. And most grandmasters probably play d3 now and avoid all the nonsense. And then black can play bishop e7 or bishop c5. Now, somebody said in the chat, it was one of the only non-inane things in the chat. Non-inane. Man, that was inane. Okay, was the Evans Gambit. And the Evans Gambit was named after Captain William Evans, who was a ship captain, and he played the move b4. And occasionally that is played. There's a game or two Kasparov was white. There's a game or two Nakamura was white. There's a few games where Ray Robson was white. But for the most part, grandmasters aren't playing the Evans Gambit. Now, of course, 50, 100, 150 years ago, all right, Evans Gambit. And the idea is you want to play c3, d4, but you don't want to lose a tempo. You want to just do it. Do it. So you're like, all right, you take c3 attacks the bishop, d4. I did it. Yay, I'm the greatest. So you're down a pawn, but you got your c3, d4 and quickly. Okay, that's the Evans Gambit. Also, you can decline the Evans Gambit with bishop b6. Now, famously, Kasparov beat Anand in an Evans Gambit, and I don't remember, but I think Anand played bishop e7, and I think this is how the game started, threatening here. I'm pretty sure that's the Anand-Kasparov game, or Kasparov-Anand. And Kasparov won in less than 30 moves with white. I think Anand made a mistake pretty early. Bishop e7 is not a bad move, but a lot of super GMs, since they never faced the Evans Gambit, they have their one line prepared, the one line. And then, you got to remember that line for 20 years or go over it a lot. So obviously, Kasparov playing the Evans Gambit is a big surprise. Kasparov and his seconds must have done a lot of work on whatever they thought Anand would do. And Anand probably hadn't looked at the Evans Gambit in a long time because nobody's playing it against him, especially not Kasparov, who's never played it. So it's a surprise opening. You play something that's probably not giving you an advantage, but it's interesting, and maybe your opponent doesn't know it so well. Now, of course, this doesn't apply to you at home. You can do whatever you want when you're playing. You're not playing Anand. You're not playing Kasparov. You're playing Rufus. You're playing Doofus. Then you take a half-point bye. Then you wake up drunk. Then you come to the game and you have a full-point bye. And then you play a 1,000 player. It doesn't matter what opening you play. You play the Evans Gambit. If you're playing somebody rated 1,200 and they're prepared to the teeth, you can still beat them in 10 moves. Okay? But if you're playing, let's say you're playing for the World Championship and Carlsen says, I'm 100% sure Caruana's going to play the Evans Gambit. So that's all I'm going to prepare for. Then, okay, Caruana shouldn't play the Evans Gambit. But that's not what happens. What happens is Carlsen says, there's no way in hell Caruana's playing the Evans Gambit. So if Caruana does play the Evans Gambit, Carlsen's like, all right, what did we decide to do 3 years ago against this? All right, yeah. But it's very suspicious to give up a pawn for nothing. That's why you don't see the Smith-Morra very often. There's more than one way for black to play that's fine, but that doesn't matter for you. So if grandmasters don't play gambits and you have a chess coach, if you have a chess coach, why are you guys so weak? And your chess coach says, oh no, you can't play these gambits. You don't see grandmasters doing that. You get a new coach. Okay, you can do whatever you want in the opening because your opponents are suspicious and you want to play the kind of moves you want to play, not the kind of moves your coach wants to play. A lot of coaches teach their students the openings that they play because they know them well. Okay, that's not the way I teach. I want my student to play the opening they want to play. So if I want to play a 90 move boring Nimzo Indian, that doesn't mean you want to. You might want to sack all your pieces. And if the engine says that your opponent has a good position, that just doesn't matter. When Carlson plays Caruana, it might matter, but not for you. You want to get positions you like. So in the Italian, if you're like, I'm going to play D4, and I'm going to play B here, and I'm going to sack here, or whatever. The engine doesn't like it, but if that's what you like, that's what you like. Or you're like, man, I like boring. D3, C3, castles, knight BD2, H3, A3, okay, rook E1, then you can do that. Okay, and that's more grandmasterly to make the game go 90 moves and hope your opponent blunders in the 90 moves. To me, it's funny that you play C3, then you play D3. And you could just castle here, but that's considered not trying to do stuff. But that's one of the main moves now is to castle. And if you want to play a very, very, very early knight D2, knight F1, then you could do it before you castle, although F2 is not defended. What most grandmasters do is they castle, play rook E1, defending their pawn, then they move their knight here, and the good of that is if your opponent plays D5 early, your rook is attacking E5. It's already a little loose there. $10. Dre, thank you, Dre. So for example, if you do things really early, like rook E1 early, now you're discouraging D5 because E5 is not as defended. You're discouraging it. And you can play knight D2, F1 to G3. Thanks, Planet Chess Club rating. Awesome. You're the best and the tallest. Now, unfortunately, for the lower rated player closes their eyes and goes la 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 la, and they just develop their pieces. Knight C3, D3, something, whatever. And in double king pawn openings, when you have white, it's very common to not play knight C3. Now, you can play knight C3, but weaker players, scholastic tournaments where everybody's under 1,000, every game looks like, symmetrical city. It looks like everything's the same because everything's the same. You don't have to play knight C3. You can play knight C3, but you don't have to. You can play for C3, which gives you the option to play D4 or B4 and continue gaining space. And instead of your knight being on C3, if you move your knight to the king side, you can maybe get some king side attack. And this idea of knight D2, F1 to G3 is very common in Grandmaster play. At the lower level, they're just playing knight C3. Now, here's what I'm talking about, because I don't want to confuse you too much. Often, high-rated and low-rated players make the same moves. They just have a different reason. Okay? The low-rated player, without getting instruction, is never playing D3, knight BD2, rook E1, knight F1, knight G3. The low-rated player is just la 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 la. They just whatever. They move my pieces. No thought behind where the pieces are going. Just move them. Okay, not like C3 D4 is a good idea. Nice. So Spencer, he went to work today. He got the Pokemon games when they came out, and he just beat Sword. I think he's played for about 20 hours. There's two of them. There's Sword and there's the other one. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, he beat Sword. So, yeah. And so forth. Okay. Now, one thing that confuses me with weaker players, because I've given a lot of chess lessons and I've seen a lot of scholastic games, is when they play the moves. Yeah, Sword and Shield. Yeah, he beat Sword. Okay, so a lot of weaker players, really weak, they're playing D4 and D5 with no prep when it just hangs it. So, you see like this position and they go here, and then when you take it, they're like, oh, well. Now, D4 is not that bad in this particular position, but they'll do it when it's just absurd. Okay, here, D4 makes no sense. That just hangs a pawn. There's no compensation. You're not opening the center to attack black's king. You're not making him take with the knight and the e5 pawn's not defended. You're just giving a pawn away. When you play d4 or d5 and you start a reckoning, like in Tombstone, you got to be like, if they take that, why did I do that? Not just like, oh yeah, they took it. But I see it a lot. Kids playing d4, d5, their opponent takes and they're like, oh well. You can prepare moves with like c3, then play d4. Now, in the main line from 100 years ago, 150 years ago, which is c3, d4, this is one of the Feingold rules. I've been saying this rule for like 10 years. And 90% of people that are, lower rated, they got nothing. Then when I tell them the rule, if they remember it, which they don't, then they play better. The rule is, in double king pawn opening, when your opponent plays c3, d4, and you have the option to take the pawn or not take the pawn, I got a rule for that. Did white castle or white didn't castle? Now, man, I want to make this joke. Okay, God, okay. It's also possible your opponent has a crystal. Okay, if they have a crystal, it's not clear if white castled yet. You have to live in certain states to get that joke. I never heard of crystal before I moved here. So I don't know. Okay, so the rule is, which I didn't say yet, if white's king is on e1, you take and then play bishop b4 check. If white's king is not on e1 because he castled, okay, then you don't take. You play bishop b6. You're taking for a very specific reason. So you can play bishop b4 check. You're not taking because taking is fun. One of the problems you guys have as weaker players is if you legally can take, you do. You're like, well, I can take that, so I'm taking it. Now, obviously, when these pawns are traded, what's actually traded are these two pawns. Those two pawns were there, and magically they're not. So watch this. The position didn't change. These two pawns disappeared. Well, okay, you played the right move. When those two pawns disappear, that obviously helps white. One of the negatives of playing c3 is you can't play knight c3. Well, that negative's gone. One of the positives of black's position is there's a pawn on e5. Now there's not. So now I can come get you. I mean, you're trading this pawn for this pawn. Don't do that. On the other hand, if you can play bishop b4 check, then you do want to take the pawn because now this pawn's hanging. So it's very simple. When you take this pawn, you're playing bishop b4 check. If you're not playing bishop b4 check, you're not taking that pawn. Now, some of you are confused. You're like, well, wait a minute. If I ever play bishop b6, that just hangs my e-pawn. Their e-pawn is also attacked. You're also taking this. Okay, so here I'm taking, because I have bishop b4 check. 5%, 373? Oh, you made it 5%. Thank you, even though I can't say your name. Thanks. Now, in the Ruy Lopez, for example, which isn't the Italian, I often have this position when I'm black. So am I taking the d-pawn or I'm not taking the d-pawn? Well, it's easy. Am I playing bishop b4 check? No. So I'm playing bishop b6. I've had this 50 times in tournament play with black. However, in a Giuoco Piano Italian game kind of thing, if they play c3, d4 right away, 400 cent to deuce, thank you. Confusing the fundraiser. Now, I am taking and playing check because I'm going to take on e4. Now, what's the most famous chess game ever played, which I've shown on stream at least 5 times, maybe at least 10 times, that started in this position? The opera game did not start this way. Anybody? Anyone? One of the most famous games ever. There you go. McJurgle got it. Steinitz von Bardeleben. Hastings, 1895. The second most famous thing that ever happened in Hastings. You guys think I'm going to say 1066. That's a pretty low rating. No, I got married in Hastings in 1989. 1989! And then after 10 years, my wife said 9. So that was the end of that. In 1999. Now, Steinitz von Bardeleben went like this. Some grandmasters today prefer this move, even though this is a rare line now. Now, the reason we took on d4 and played bishop b4 check is to play knight takes e4. But von Bardeleben did not do that. What did von Bardeleben do? What did he do? What did he do if he didn't take you? Terrible song. Anybody? Anyone? He did not resign. 4,000 centidues. God damn. From April. That takes the sting out of the Bing. Now, von Bardeleben played d5. Okay, not considered very good. And after knight takes e4, there's 1 billion Grandmaster games, but most of them weren't Grandmasters. I even had this position in the U.S. Championship against Stephen Muhammad. And Muhammad and I, we went to a restaurant after the game to analyze it, and they said, would you guys like a table or a booth? And I said to Muhammad. What's funny is, at that tournament, that joke did happen, but Stephen wasn't with us. Did anybody get that joke? Man, that's a hard joke to get. It's less than 0.00001% of people in the world can get that joke. Let's see if anybody here got that one. Anybody? It wasn't over your head, it's an inside joke. It's not really inside, but I don't think any of you could get that joke. No, saying it again is not going to help. The guy said, did you want a table or a booth? And I said to Muhammad. That's yet. You have to know him to get the joke. Stephen Muhammad, who's a 2400 player, changed his name. He used to be Stephen Booth. He changed his name to Stephen Muhammad. I told that joke at that tournament when I ate with Joel Benjamin and somebody else. The guy said, do you want a table or booth? And I said, Muhammad. And Joel Benjamin thought that's pretty funny. Yeah. Anyway, that game ended in a draw, but I should have lost. That guy's pretty good. He used to live in Atlanta, too. He might still live in Atlanta. He doesn't play chess anymore. Not sure where he lives. Okay, the point is, weaker players, when they're playing double king pawn, they're never playing c3, d4. They're always playing knight c3. You got to play everything. You can't just play one thing. All right. So c3, and at the super GM level, d3 is the most common move because d4 is not considered to get any advantage. Now, this isn't a lecture for Grandmasters. If it was, I would show Grandmaster games with some Tobias from move 8 where things are happening, but I don't know that much about it because I don't play either side of this opening. But I still know more than you guys. Okay, and in those games, Black's playing an early a6 usually so they can retreat like a Frenchman, like if MVO was Black. Get squares. Because if you don't do that and you allow this, you got to move your A pawn anyway to stop A5. So a lot of them do it now so they can play bishop A7 and not get harassed. So when they play A6 early in this line, they're not trying to play B5 necessarily. They just want their bishop to have a safe square. That happens. Now, another line, some of you complain there's too many Grandmaster draws. And a lot of Grandmasters, they got the Grandmaster draws ready to go. They got them numbered. They're like, today we're going to play number 3. Okay, this is one of the Grandmaster draws. If you go to your chess base and do a database search, you'll see a lot of these. Okay, this is one of the Grandmaster draws. Now, if you're white and you want to win, then you castle here. But you can play Queen B3, and then there's nothing wrong with Knight CE7, but you can play Knight A5. White has to play Queen A4 check, and then you should go back to C6, and so on. And this has happened in many Grandmaster games when they're just kidding. They don't want to play. Just repeat. Always repeat. So that's one of the Grandmaster draws. And Grandmasters today, if there was a tournament game in the U.S. Championship or in a FIDE Grand Prix or in Tata Steel, any Super GM tournament, this position's unlikely to happen. But if it does happen, probably White's going to play Bishop D2. Probably. If this was 120 years ago, probably White's going to play Knight C3. And eventually they're like, that doesn't give anything, so let's play Bishop D2, which also doesn't give anything. And there's actually more than one way for Black to play here. Aronian likes this move. This is the Aronian move. And then you get to see this crazy line. This is the Aronian line. He likes to play this with Black. And then Queen... he loses Rook, I guess, somewhere. Yeah. So this is what Aronian does with Black. The computer says this is equal to. Now, if Aronian's Black, and he's playing E5, and he's playing somebody around my rating, which is unusual, he doesn't want to draw because he's going to beat me. So he knows if he does this, that he doesn't want to play Knight A5 and draw because he wants to beat me. So I can't really force a draw if he plays Knight takes E4. So he's ready to play, with Black if necessary. And this is a big difference between now and the good world champions, not the one we have now, but like Kasparov, Fischer. When Kasparov and Fischer were Black, and Morphy, of course, they wanted to win, so they won. When the people who play chess now are Black, they don't mind drawing. Now Magnus, unlike his competitors, plays for a win more often with Black than they do. And if you take two players in the top 30 in the world and they're playing a slow game and it's a draw, Black's almost always happier than White. Black's like, yeah, I drew, great. So you'll take somebody who's number 3, 4, 5 in the world, they have Black against number 20 in the world, and you're thinking, all right, number 3 in the world's better than number 20 in the world. If they can force a draw, they will. But no, not necessarily Magnus. Sometimes Magnus wants to win with Black. Kasparov and Fischer and Morphy, they didn't want no draw with Black. They wanted to win every game. They wanted to play. They weren't like, yay, I drew with Black and I won with White. That's not how they rolled. Okay? And occasionally, Carlsen has to win with Black. Okay? Now, if he's playing in a round robin, everybody's 27-50, and it's round 2, then, okay, you don't mind a draw. But, if he's playing me, or he's playing on the internet, or he's playing in the Norwegian League, or it's a knockout and he lost the first game, he's doing with Black sometimes. Then Magnus changes his opening repertoire and plays lines where there's no draws. And usually Magnus plays E5 against E4 and he tries to grind it out. And that's obviously what Caruana was expecting in the match. And then Magnus just started playing the Sveshnikov. And he had it prepared to the gills. He's still playing it. God damn. Not really Italian related. So to me, this is the Italian. This is the Giuoco Piano. This is the two knights. The two knights Italian is risky because Knight G5, you got to learn a lot of theory. Now, the problem with all these things that have names, these gambits, the Max Lang attack and the Mahler gambit and the Ponziani and the Scotch gambit and all that stuff, is you got to know a lot of theory. Since I don't know a lot of theory in those lines, I don't play those lines. So in double king pawn openings, when guys are sacrificing a lot of material and there's 1,000 Grandmaster games from the last 100 years and the engine says you are better, you better know those games. And if you're deciding, I'm not going to learn any theory, I'm too lazy, I'm too busy, you can't be playing lines where guys are sacking all their pieces and there's Grandmaster games to analyze. That means they analyzed them and you didn't. So if you're going to play these really sharp lines like this one, if you have White in this position and your opponent goes here and you're like, what? And I'll tell you a funny story. Susan Polgar, who's the weak Polgar, she was organizing a tournament in Texas I played in, And she came up to me and she said, Ben, do you know in this position, there's this move bishop c5? What the hell is that? How can that be? And I'm like, well, I knew that when I was 5 years old. And she learned it when she was in her 40s, that move existed. She thought that's just a blunder and nobody would do that. And I'm like, that's just the normal opening. It's not good for black, but she was surprised that this move existed when she was already been a grandmaster for 15 years. And the reason is, there's a reason for that. It's not because she's weak, which would explain it. It's because a lot of people, not me, a lot of people, no matter how good they are, if they don't play the opening, it doesn't exist. Okay, let's say, for example, you only play the Grunfeld against d4. If your opponent plays d4, you're playing the Grunfeld. Let's say you're white, you play e4 every game. Let's say that's you. If that is you, you're never, ever, ever, ever having a lot of openings. There's a lot of openings that don't concern you. The Queen's Gambit declined, the Queen's Gambit accepted, the Slav, the Queen's Indian, the King's Indian, the Nimzo Indian, the Benoni. You're never having white and you're never having black in those openings. So it's possible you just know zero because you don't have to. For me, that's not me. I know a little about every opening because I play every opening and I look at a lot of games. So if Grishuk played Duda today, that means I saw the game. I know the opening. I know what happened. I know what they did wrong. You guys are like, who's Grishuk and who's Duda? All right. So obviously Susan is not playing a lot of two nights. Probably, based on what she said to me, I'm not sure, I didn't look, she's probably never had this position in her life. So she doesn't know any theory because she doesn't have to. She knows like this because that's like the main line. But she doesn't care because that's not happening to her. Also, she doesn't play chess anymore. She's not playing in tournaments. So. No, she's stronger than Sophia, the mom and the dad. The dad's about 1,700, actually. Yeah. All right, let's see when this tournament is. It's in 10 minutes. All right, so that was enough. Okay, I have to cancel the second tournament, which I forgot to do because of the Rick and Morty snafu. So I'm not even allowed to cancel the tournament. I have to leave the tournament. Can I leave and come back? And we're going to find out. Withdraw. I'm withdrawing from the tournament. Okay. Now, I'm going to delete this tournament. Cancel. Okay, canceled. Now I'm going to make a 3-minute tournament after the 5-minute tournament because I forgot I had to leave when I made the other tournament. Look, you know what I'm saying. Feingold, Honeymoon, Blitz 2. Did I spell Feingold wrong? I've done that. By the way, when I spell Feingold, in the chat, question for the chat. When I misspell Feingold, when I do, because, I can't type, what's the most likely mistake that I make? Because the answer is funny. You should figure out the answer because it's funny. 40. And we'll make it 9. 35. Is that right? 8:15. Maybe 9:30 I can do it. I think so. Make it 6 rounds. Yeah. Nobody got it? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah, actually, they got it early. Yeah, Feingod. That's the biggest mistake I make when I type in Feingold. That's the most common error is Feingod. Now, that's an error. Yeah. Anyway, that was my explanation of the Italian. I guess technically bishop c5 and knight f6 are both the Italian. I just consider bishop c5 the Italian. I consider this the two knights. The internet says this is the two knights Italian. So what do I know? And both players can decide if they want to be crazy like Fox News and white sacrifices everything, or if white plays d3, c3, h3, rookie. Oh, God. And that's what the GMs do. They put you to sleep. They steal your wallet while you're asleep. It's a vegan wallet. All right, so we need another 185,000 centidues. So we raise enough money for the Rome whatever it's called, whatever. 300 centidues, 44 centidues. You don't need any openings to become 2,000. To become 2,000, stop hanging all your pieces. You can play this and bishop b2 every game, and you can play this b6, bishop b7 every game and become 2,000. Your opening doesn't matter to become 2,000. What matters is you move your queen, the guy takes, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot. Now, I got to tell you a funny story about, what's her name? Karen, that's her name. Let's see. I can't enter the tournament because I withdrew? Really? It won't let me? Wow. I thought I could withdraw and then come back because the tournament hasn't started yet. But it's not letting me come back. Damn. What do you guys think? Refresh? Okay. See if that works. That would be funny if I can't come back. I can, thanks to the refresh reminder. All right, I'm back in. Yeah, I never remember to refresh because I'm always so good looking. I don't have to refresh. Anyway, Karen's playing an extra rated game today because one of the kids had a bye, and he's rated like 790. It's game 30. This happened like 6 hours ago. And they're playing the game. And Karen plays rook takes c3 check. So Karen has a rook here, and Black's king is here. It's about move 18. And the kid should play king b8. Okay. Instead, the kid plays queen takes g2 mate because the kid, doubled up on the bubble up, right? Queen here, rook here. And Karen said, you're in check. That's illegal. And the kid's like, all right. And then the director comes, and Karen pointed out, you touched your queen, so you gotta move your queen. The truth hurts. So Karen won his queen. There you go. And I've talked about that in lectures. Actually, I have a lecture right now. I made it about 8 months ago, I guess, on the differences between tournament and internet play. And that's one of the big differences I pointed out, the touch move rule. If you play queen takes g2 check mate, and you're like, I'm the greatest, but it's illegal, it'll put the queen back and you will be confused. And then you could play king b8. But not in a real game. In a tournament, you got to move your queen and lose your queen and cry like a grandmaster. 420-something Mr. Daddy Fister subscribed. Thank you. I mean, the kid was rated almost 800. He knew. He knew what he did. He knew everything. He was like, damn. Yeah. He didn't like complain about it. He's like, yeah, touched my queen, got a block with it. Darn. Yeah. I've talked about that a lot, but that actually helped Karen win. So Karen. Okay. Tournament starts in about pi minutes. We have 19 players. It's a 6-round, 5-minute tournament. Then right after, we have a 6-round, 3-minute tournament. And then I got to skedaddle and watch Rick and Morty. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Italian lecture. Next time I'll give it in Italian. Then, boppa boopy, boopity, like that. Like Peter would do. Yeah. Exactly. So, a lot of times on Twitter, I'll see things from people I don't know because people I do know that, you know how it is. And one of the things I saw, it's always Greg Shahade. It's always Greg Shahade. Always. So somebody Greg Shahade knew, I don't know who these people are. They posted, it's from like relationships.txt on, what's that thing called on the internet I never heard of? What's this stupid thing on the internet? It's the stupidest thing on the internet. What is it? TikTok is close. TikTok might be stupider. I don't know what that is either. Reddit. Okay, so on Reddit, there's this thing I see a lot because Greg Shahade knows all these people. And one of them is relationships.where. So it's basically women posting like how much they hate their boyfriend or husband or whatever. So this one was, my boyfriend is always using a fake Italian accent, and then she gives some examples. And he just always does it. He's always like a mafia guy, but he doesn't speak Italian. What do I do? All right. And There were a lot of the responses are the funny part. And one of the responses was one I was thinking of, obviously, was the meme dash gif of Peter pretending to speak Italian because he had a mustache. That is a great episode in Family Guy. A great scene. Beepa boopa boopa. They have a big argument in Italian. Yeah, exactly. Is there a major difference between blah blah blah, like blah blah blah, in terms of blah blah blah? No. I don't think America has a school of chess. We just play chess. Bapa da boopy. Yeah. Yay, 300 centidues. Hooray. How do you watch Rick and Morty tonight? Turn your television onto Adult Swim? Go to Google and type in, how do I watch Rick and Morty tonight? Get a job, get cable and watch it. Bam. I got them good. Chance 10 by 10 subscribed. My lectures were informative and entertaining. I don't know about that. You talking about Bartholomew? The Guppy Squad said 999 months subbed. 9. They're out of jobs? Damn. But according to Trump, there's lots of jobs and stuff. By the way, you guys all agree that Trump going to the hospital last night was suspicious, right? It wasn't his regular checkup. Something happened. We'll never know. Never. No, double up, boomer. Man, people like to say, okay, boomer, because people are pretty dumb. People who use one or two word phrases over and over for 10 years, they have some mental defect, I guess. Okay, boomer's one of them. That shows an IQ under 80, I guess. Yeah, now with 2 R's, then you're actually a genius because you've changed it. So Cooper's a genius. Yeah, exactly. I agree about the lectures. Excellent. There's 10 seconds left. The tournament has 29 players. 999. 29. All right, and we're starting now. Go, Ben. Oh, I have to get rid of this nonsense. You guys will be like, I can't see the H file. I can't see the A file. I'm moving my arms while I talk. I must be Wes. Afternoon, Ben. I gotta buy. Trump had a kidney, Roger Stone. That is pretty funny. Get me Roger Stone. Here. Yeah, Hikaru's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's put it that way. All right, we have to get out of theory, so we do that. Let's see, put it in H. Donate to Ben or else. I think this is still theory. Yeah. Somebody was saying, what openings do I have to know to get to 2,000? You could learn this one. Yeah, openings don't matter. Nothing matters in chess. Don't hang all your pieces. When you hang all your pieces, then you lose. When you don't hang all your pieces, then everything's fine. So, like here, I lost a pawn. So I can still be like a weak grandmaster. Not Magnus, but you know. Let's see. The crowd demands this move. I don't know. This is probably better. All right, what's happening here? Let's see. Donation. This I don't understand. Karen hasn't texted me from karaoke. Better text Karen. All right. Now what? What's theory here? Man, if only here, that's got to be theory. That's such an obvious move. The opening scene of Inglourious Bastards or the bar scene later in the film? I think the opening scene's better. Close. I think the opening scene's better. By the way, somebody was telling me, and I actually looked into this, but I forgot because this was years ago. The guy at the house in the opening scene, you know, who gets the milk and he's crying, and the guy who runs the house, you know, Shoshana's dad, that he's the guy who runs the bar in the bar scene you're talking about. It's the same guy. Same guy. It's supposed to be the same guy. And I looked into it, and I forgot what the answer was. Maybe I never didn't look into it well enough. I don't know. Maybe I don't know the theory. I'm going to get crushed because I feel like, of course I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What kind of question is that? Yeah, this is still theory. This is my game with this guy. Guy has a good handle. I hope all those ones get up to 9 because he's German. You got to really know your openings, otherwise you won't be a grandmaster like me. Thanks for the couple people rated me or something. I don't know. They did something. Whatever they did, thanks. Still theory. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Let's see, now what do I do? I guess e5? Takes, bishops. This doesn't look good for me. Looks bad. There I go here, I guess, because the rook seems like it belongs there. No. Rook on the H file, queen on the A file, down a pawn. Don't develop my pieces. My opponent developed everything. That's why I'm the grandmaster. I hope you guys learned something today. I don't know what you learned. Let's see, knight on this side of the board. No. It's Karen, because nobody else texts me. Hey, she says, hey. Here, that's pretty aggressive for me. But I didn't hang a queen or a rook yet, so that's why I'm a grandmaster. As soon as I hang my queen or my rook, then not a grandmaster anymore. Got to catch up on time, though. See, Nicola knows what's up. I guess here. Well, when the game starts, I'd rather spot a rook than a bishop. So that doesn't really answer your question. I mean, I could take that, but I mean, I don't want to play like a lunatic. Well, it's okay that they're played by different people, by different actors. They can still be the same person because it was, 10, 20, 30 years later. She's an adult and she's like a teenager. And you know what I mean? So it's okay that that's okay, that they're different actors. Their claim was it was supposed to be the same person. Not the same actor, but the same person. I don't know if that's true. It's crazy talk. I don't know. I don't know. It seems really stupid taking this. But I am pretty stupid. So. Yeah. Well, after bishop h6, he'd play f4. I'd like to play bishop h6 and he can't play f4. That would be preferable. Yeah. I don't want to hear any arguments about the timeline. Yeah, like I never thought of that, and then somebody told me it was the same person, and I'd never thought of that watching the movie, and I was like, what? I might have looked it up and found out that it wasn't true, but I think I looked it up and I forgot what I found out. So. Doesn't if it all takes place during World War II, doesn't that character, the woman, isn't she a lot older? You understand what I'm saying? Isn't she a lot older when she's, has the movie theater than when she leaves the farm? You understand my question? I don't understand my question, but do you understand my question? No? No way it's possible. Well, I mean, it's a movie, and the stuff in the movie didn't happen. It's a movie. Like, chill out. I don't know here. What do I have, 58 seconds? Yeah. she's like 10 years older, but it seems like that wasn't 10 years in the future based on the timeline of the movie, if you see what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're talking about Inglourious Bastards. I guess if we analyze the movie too much, we'll realize that it's all nonsense. But it's all nonsense anyway. Yeah. You know, he rewrote history the way he wanted it. 500 centidues. Get a vegan, a spicy, a meatball. Let's see, what's the time situation? Oh, I don't want to go there. Let's see, 44 seconds. I guess I should activate my king. My king's not active enough. So that only happened in 4 years, all that stuff. She looks a lot older than 4 years older. Maybe she's not. Maybe I'm crazy like Fox News. How did she own a theater 4 years later when she ran away from the barn? You see what I'm saying? You see what my question is? Do I have to sack my queen? I guess. I don't want to sack my queen, but, you know, I got 24 seconds. So I got to get some free moves in. Check, check, check. You know how it is. It doesn't matter how much I'm losing. Whoa, 19 seconds. That's not good. I mean, the guy was just winning with knight c2 check or knight e2 check. He didn't want to win. These Germans aren't all smiles and sunshine. Whoa, I thought that was mate. God, what the hell's wrong with me? Damn, that's a pretty bad mistake, even for me. All right, a fine game. Now you guys know why I'm a Grandmaster. 34 players, yay. It's Karen. I missed your sub. No. Sorry, I had like 5 seconds on my clock. Sorry about that. Apparently, frankly, King Maz subscribed. Frankly. Thanks, King Maz. You're the best. Let's see. Did they say anything? Did Karen text me? No. She'd rather talk to the stream than text me. All right. What happened here? No, this guy's too good. I got to play all the theory I know as a Grandmaster to make sure it makes up for the rating differential. Yay, still theory. Yeah, 4. Skodnet subscribed. All right, we need another 184,000 centidues. Go, my people. Go, everybody. Go like a pro. Go, etc. Frankly, delicious. Still theory. No, it's going to cost us about 5,000 for the trip, I think. But I'm trying to raise 2,000. I don't want you guys to pay for all of it. 5,000 seemed a bit much. I take you, you take me. If you do, you'll lose your queen. So this is what I mean. E5 takes, and he's like, oh. Like, you can't do that when you to be a good player. Just, you know. Yeah, now he has to go back to his day job. You don't want to know what his day job is. Nobody wants to know. I don't know. Here. Etc. I beat you. You don't beat me. Beating you like the worst player in history. Man, the truth hurts. If only he knew the theory of whatever opening this was. God damn. Just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay? Can you continue? I gave him a standing 8 count. Are you all right? No, he can't continue. I'm calling it. He's out. It's over. No. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, he's trying to continue. No. Always play F5 when you're black with F4. Yeah, sure. Why not? Man, I can't believe he came back from the standing 8 count. God damn. All right. So, man, that's the meanest move I've ever played. Like, ever. God damn. Jesus Christ. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up. He got up from the standing 8 count again. Unbelievable. This guy, he gets up from the standing 8 counts. I mean, I can't believe he doesn't. I mean, the guy's amazing. Man, I'm going to have to give him another standing 8 count soon. Damn. All right, it's over. It's over. No. You can't continue. We have to go to the hospital now. Yeah, he was a good sport. Yeah, he might not be playing anymore on the stream because he'll be in the hospital for a while. That was terrible. Triple up on the nipple up. That's reasonable. Rhymes a little bit. Yeah, the truth hurts. See, he didn't know the theory of this, because, I made it up. Supposedly, the shortest master game of all time, even though that's not true and it's made up, was this. And then resigns. Rawr. Etc. Anyone? Nobody? No. Nothing. The more you donate, the more I take all your pieces. Ralphie D83 subscribed. My opponent said, what a beating. Yeah. And then some. There we go. There's the game. I got it back. Still theory. 300 centidues. Happy Halloween. Honeymoon. Yeah, same thing. Zapata Anand. 1988. I already got move 1 wrong. And Beal. Queenie 2 resigns. And Anand resigned. Frankly, apparently, King Maz gifted a sub to Alessia Faruja. Ali Reza Faruja, a.k.a. the Super Duper GM. Vespa gave 1 cent. I think Faruja lost some Blitz games today to Magnus or something. On some other server. No, Faruja's not here. Faruja's at home thinking about my stream like, boo! And then Anand resigned like a Grandmaster. But not as brutal as this. Let's see what Karen is doing. Man, these emails are very important. Karen's birthday is on Saturday. Karen, birthday in 6 days. Go, Karen. Karen's spending her birthday in Rome, but not Rome, Georgia. That's better. Karen's 21 again. All right, that was round 2 of the 6-round tournament. Round 3 is coming up shortly. I have been to Budapest. I was there in 1990, so 29 years ago. What's the best meal in town? I was a vegetarian then, but not a vegan. We went to a vegetarian restaurant recommended by the Polgar family but I don't know if it's still there, and I don't remember where it was. Otherwise, that's my recommendation. So there you go. Real Yoda and Goodfellas. Think of the kids. Think of Karen. Karen, why did you go to the... Karen, we needed that. Mine... nobody cares what your birthdays are. Stop telling us what your birthdays are. Boo! You're banned and your children's children. Charleston, South Carolina. Did I give a simul there? Where was I? I was somewhere. I gave a simul in South Carolina, but I don't know what city it was. Might have been Charleston. What's better, my chess club or somebody else's? Rawr. Where was I in South Carolina? It was like in a church basement. Sam Copeland was there. She flushed all the sensitives. We needed that. The cops would never have found it. Never. Yeah, but that's not fair to South Carolina. I mean, anything's better than South Carolina. Come on. Well, maybe not Mississippi. Man, South Carolina, the truth hurts. When's the next tournament? 55 minutes. Perfect. Better than perfect. Yay, Karen's showing the stream at the bar. Getting free drinks everywhere. Did you sing yet, Karen? Not that you can hear me. Probably she can't hear me. Nine. Go, Karen. Gotta win this next game quickly, as I have to go to the bathroom. So I'll try to play well this game. Usually when I try to play well, I play worse than when I'm just kidding. Well, that's not good. %? Well, that's not bad. That's better than it was. Only 183,982 centidues away. Hikaru said Colorado's the best city in the U.S. I mean, Colorado's not a city. So I don't think I can agree that it's even a city. Welch's grape juice giving centidues. Well, bets. More well bets. More well bets. From Welch's grape juice. And Denver's the best state. Right. Yay, Alan Basic with the real little bets. I've never heard of the city of Colorado. I've not. I'm from Colorado with 3,000 exclams. God damn. I sing me and Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones. Colorado Springs. Where am I playing? Why is the last game taking... Okay, that's better. Get rid of the Bonarisi game. I can't beat this guy quick like I haven't beat him at all. Damn. Also, I can't play good. I always play c5 and e5 against him. We'll play a real opening and see what happens. Not that the King's Indian's a real opening, but it's close. Close. I used to play the King's Indian a lot. Then I stopped. Me and Mr. Jones. Still theory. It's my game with this guy. D blind bugger. D. Always retreat. $0.01. Yay, thank you. I needed that. Always need 1 cent. Still theory. If only we knew the theory of this opening, we could be better players. I won without playing because I'm so low rated. That sounds good. Ah, so tired and old. Yay, new Rick and Morty. I can watch the old Rick and Morty again because I'm so confused. Oh. Me and Mr. Jones. What you singing next, Karen? Let's see. What are you singing next? Karen! I can't think about the first episode because I have to go to the bathroom and I'm concentrating on this game. Something. I don't know. They're all good. All scenes are good. I guess the very, 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 very end, that was funny. At the very, very, very end, and then he's like, I don't care what you do to me. And he says, all right. Oh, man, you got him good. Yay, Welch's grape juice. If he keeps doing it, eventually it'll add up. It'll be like $20 eventually. Yay, Welch's grape juice is spamming the chat with money. I'm not even sure how much money it is every time. If it's like 30 cents or 50 cents, I can't tell. 1,000 centidues from somebody else. Checkmate 47. I'm not sure who gave more, the 1,000 centidues or Welch's 800 spamming, the 49 each. All right, that's about 1,000, I guess. I don't know, here. All right. If I don't hang my queen, I'll be sitting pretty. I said if. Yay, 1 cent from the knockers. So he's given like 49 times 100, so it'll be $49 eventually. It looks like he got $50 worth of centidues, and he's giving them 49 cents at a time. Him to her? Aw, that's sweet. As long as Welch is giving me all his money, he can be as drunk as he wants. 49 times 99. Thanks, Welch, for all the crazy 49-cent donations. Welch is number one in the cent-to-do donations now. All right, we're almost 10% the way there to our honeymoon in Rome. I'm trying to raise $2,000 in cent-to-dos for the honeymoon. It'll cost about $5,000 for hotel, airfare, trains, food, transportation, etc. Mainly, etc. All that good stuff. I don't know, here. Oh, my pawn's hanging then. Darn. By taking his pawn, I gave him an open file. Dagnammit. See, I don't know. Here? It's a strange move. All right. If it gains 20 seconds on the clock, it's good enough. Almost Rome, Georgia, but Rome, Italy. But close. Thanks, Capablanca. You're the best. Much better than Alikine. Hey, Jimbo Slice. R.I.P. All right. Me and Mr. Jones. Go, Ben. Go, Karen. Karen! All right, if I can win on time, and I have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, that should be enough time to go to the bathroom. Even if I lose a minute the next game, it's a 5-minute tournament. So, should be okay. Where are my tricks? There's no check here. All right. Bishop there, takes. I'm up a pawn, double left pawns. That seems unnecessary. Well, if there's no checks, I guess I'll take this. I didn't see Super Troopers, but I've seen bits of it. But I know the movie you're talking about. I know of it. See, can I go there? I mean, I'm going there, so I guess I can. Night check. God damn. Can he do that? I guess he can do that because he did. All right, I'll take it. Whatever. If he beats me, he's a dandy if he does. You're a dandy if you do. What can I do? If he beats me, he beats me. What can I tell you? That is a good move. Can't go queen f6. Queen b6 is the obvious move. Oh, his rook is on here defending that. Jesus. All right. Well, sack a queen, I guess. Since I don't see what else to do. Rook d5, that doesn't work. Queen somewhere. I guess I can just move my queen. I guess I will. All right. I'll just move my queen. And then I'll go here. Yeah, and I'm up 2 pawns, and I have some threats. So that's good. Both those things are good. Me and Mr. Jones. Oh, I should repeat. I can't forget my always repeat. 300 centidues from Wild Rumpus. Foxwoods for Feingold of the Year. Wait, what? Foxwoods. I don't get it. Threatening mate. Whatever do to you? I don't know. Stop mate, I guess. Me and Mr. Jones. Whoa. I didn't take his queen. Probably should have taken his queen. I was very interested in queening, so I didn't take his queen. Very interested. $9.99. Thanks, R.A. Kelly. Well, the bathroom is risky. All right, I'll be back. Bathroom time. Probably should have taken his queen instead of queening. Did I lose on time yet? Oh man, I didn't lose on time. This guy's high rated though. Darn. 2,900. Damn, how could I beat a guy like that? Let's see, 420. Karen says, uh-oh. Ben's father. Why'd she say, uh-oh? What happened? When do I have to? What, every game of mine is a King's Indian? What is this? What country is this? Syria? I heard of it. Hello. Do you know chess players from Romania? Some. Because of the time, I'm not worried about that. All right, we're almost 10% the way to the donations. Let's go donations. Go, Ben. Knight d3, that's too tricky. Takes. Bishop e2. I guess I'll take. Let's see. I assume it's a blunder if he did it, because he's rated under 2,800. Oh, he's 2,900. No, stop being so high rated. No, what a world. Always retreat. Any chess players from Syria? I guess Yasser. Yasser Sarawan. Man, lots of Discord messages. I'm on Discord a lot, except for one thing. Never on Discord. What happened? He's not moving? Good. All right, now what do I do? Make chess moves? Yeah. Chess moves are good. Yeah, but Yasser was born in Syria. Yeah, I went here, and then here, and then here, and then here. Confusing the audience. The only people I want to confuse. The fried liver, that's right. Knight g5 is the fried liver. Exactly correct. Let's see, knight e6, queen h4, knight takes. All right, I'm up a rook. I probably shouldn't complain. I could just leave my knight on e6. It's so good. But it's hard not to take a rook, because a rook is a rook. So, I don't know. I guess I should take his rook. I don't know. I could not take his rook. But then he could play like rook e8 and take my knight anyway. Tough call. I guess err on the side of rook. That's the side I should err on. And then to forgive is divine, but to err taking his rook is human. So what do I have, a bishop for a pawn? Or does he have two pawns? I can't tell. Two pawns, Jesus Christ. Queen d2, rook f2, bishop f2. All right, so queen d2. I don't like queen d2. Queen g1, I don't like queen g1. Queen d2, rook f2. Also, he has queen f2. I don't know. Don't like queen g1 really. I guess I'm gonna play queen g1. Although I am against it. Linder18 subscribed for 22 months, just like what's his name? Trying to learn. Everybody's streaming. Everybody's subscribing for 22 months. All right, we need a 781 cent to do donation to get to 10% or 20%. 10%. Damn. I hate being right the first time. No, he's making threats. It's not fair. Wish I knew what the threats were. So rook f1. Does he have a threat? I don't know. I don't think so. Damn. It's coming to get me. The rook g5 is serious. Damn. It's not good. Boo. He's too aggressive. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I guess lose. Darn, I trapped my own queen. That was unfortunate. 782! Yay, 2001, a space advantage. Well, now I'm just losing. Darn. And I can't win on time because I have no time. I went from winning to losing. I prefer the winning part. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I can't even take his rook because I get mated. So I have to go here. No. Feingold loses. Boo. Never play f3? Damn. Harsh. Alright, I guess I won't then. I'm going to lose on time. I can't trick him. There's no tricks. Yeah, that was dumb. Rook f1. Queen g1 I didn't like either. The truth hurts. Come on, you're from Syria. Lose your connection. It's my only hope. Look at that counterplay. I don't see the counterplay, but look at it. Do it. Darn. Go, Ben. Man, this guy's good. Go me. Good drawing chances. Draw? Darn, he declined my draw. Yay, thanks for the raid, whoever you are. Nasir. Yay, good timing, right when I lose. That was good. Boo. Man, I had a good position until I didn't. Let's analyze the game. I mean, if I knew how to analyze the game, I would. Live analysis? Analysis. What's the difference? Let's see, am I winning here? My opponent played 94% accuracy. Damn. 0 inaccuracies, 1 mistake. Very suspicious. The game slipped through my fingers. Darn. I played 93% accuracy? Me? Doesn't sound like me. Darn. But how was my position here? Yeah, rook f1 is a pretty bad move. King h1. Oh, yeah, king h1, so my queen isn't trapped. Yeah, rook f1 was pretty bad. I was worried he would take on e3 and play rook f2, but I just played bishop g4 then. Oh. All right, well, the truth hurts. Darn. I'm like 1900 and I get, yeah, again, we explained in previous streams how the percentage that you have is meaningless. When you play Grandmasters, you don't play 94% because we play well. When you play beginners, you always play 97% because every move wins. So yeah, 94%. So you know how it is. But thanks for the raid, whoever you are. I like raids. Am I a fan of the police or the actual police? The actual police are all Nazi white supremacist murderers. So now the singing group police, I've seen Sting. That's pretty good. Yeah, the police are great. The group, obviously, the people who are the police should, they should all die in hell. But yeah, the singing group is good. Plundered my king. No. Still theory. Go the band the police. You can do it. Go Ben. Still theory. Knight A6. If only I knew my theory, I could be a Grandmaster. Should I start a sentence with wait? You should. Yay, I'm up a... I was up a queen very temporarily. Yeah, the 5 cops left. I wanted to stop knight c7 check, so I have 2 pieces that do it. Yay. Yeah, I should always take a knee during my stream to denounce the police. But you guys might think I'm talking about Sting because of the way he played against Kasparov. So, Cooper's SM100 with the usual logical statement. He puts the ill in illogical. This is pretty funny. It loses, but it's funny. You got to play funny in life. Goodbye. Have a good bishop and a good night. Yay, look at that rook maneuver. Were you the strongest ever I am? I mean, that's not how you spell were, but no, I was not. Have a look now? Okay, I'll have a look. I take you, you take me. Just to clarify, you don't really mean that. What don't I really mean? No, I like the police. Sting's good. They had some good hits. Nothing wrong with them. Take a look at what happened. No. No. Truth hurts. All right, there should be 7. I'm always singing Barney. This thing was in a police band. Hey, my rook. Finally, rook g6 made sense. Well, I'm a vegan, but even if I wasn't, it would be red sauce. Well, I am the prettiest I am. That's for sure. Now that I'm not an I am, I don't know. People love me because I tell it like it is. Or like it ain't, whichever's funnier. Let's see. I take, and then I resign. But it was a lot of fun. I'm actually confused. If you hate the police and think, that this is and the police shouldn't be the police, what would happen when people get murdered? There would be less murders because police wouldn't murder people. So if there's no police don't murder people because there's no police. You see how that is? You see that? You see? That was good. I got you good on that one. You can't argue that. All right. Although based on what you're writing, you can't really argue anything. So, man, this guy's trapping all my rooks. What did I ever do to him? What if this guy's a cop? I don't know. Here? Trapping my other rook. This has to be satire. It is not satire. I'm very anti-police. The police, especially in this country, are mainly white supremacist Nazis. Not all of them, just like 99%. So police are bad. And the structure that puts them in place and gives them power is also bad. Yeah, this is a terrible police state. This is a very bad country for police. So it's not satire. I'm just more learned than you, Uncle Homer. Pepe, the word is learn is learned. I love you, Pepsi. D5, losing the exchange. Come on, stop losing the exchange. I gotta sack the exchange. Bam! Now, conversely, the police with Sting, that's not bad. The police everywhere the same? No, no. Do you have to have a college-graded police officer? Then they all laugh. That's a good one. I don't know, here. Maybe he won't take me. Damn. Yay, a donation from the Policeman's Benevolent Club. $9.99. Funeral selfies, yes or no? Sure, why not? Ooh, that hangs my bishop. And therefore is a bad move. Go, Ben. Why do you think I took you to all those Police Academy movies? Because they were funny? Oh, man. Was that Simpsons? I can't remember anymore. I think so. Every move loses for me. No. Why are these guys beating me? Is it because I hate the police? Damn. Ugh. What about a hanging Chad? Why am I so slow? Go, Ben. Let's stay there. Why am I playing the safe move? It's better than that safe move. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, my bishop's hanging. That I didn't notice. I just thought I'm winning the pawn. All right. Man, maybe I'm a police officer. Give them 1,000 bits and you go free. Man, I'm not playing well this game. Or any game. I check you. You check me. Etc. Family. I did repeat, though. Go, Ben. Come on, Ben. Take all his pawns. That way when your time runs out, it's a draw. The chess bras are back. Guess who's back? Back again. The chess bras. The chess bras. They were in China or something. And or. Always play bishop f1. Yeah, I have no time. Leave me alone. Man, these cops are always telling me I have no time. Back again. Guess who's back? I should promote to a bishop. That way I played bishop f1. Mate. Yeah, I didn't really do what I wanted to do. That was unfortunate. 0.4 seconds, Jesus. Who will police the police? Coast Guard? Let's see. We've seen the video where something goes the police for help. That is funny. Yeah, I was going to get 4 bishops, but that wouldn't work out too well. I should have called the police on that guy. Damn. All right, I'm tied for first. It's a 5-way tie for first with 1 round to go. Let's see. The next tournament starts in 21 minutes. I actually spaced them out correctly. All right, so me and my opponent and the guy who beat me and Tremendous Tactics and D Blind Bugger are tied for first. My tie breaks are not good. So I'm going to need some help here. Go, Ben. Yeah, at the end of that game, basically. Maybe the police are better than I thought. If they would have been helping me there, I could have won easier. Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? You think a guy who hates Trump as much as I do likes the police? Jesus Christ. The greatest president of my lifetime, I don't know, Nixon? Oh, wait a minute, the greatest. I misheard you. It's a tie between Obama and Clinton, I guess. Carter. Obama, Clinton, and Carter, 3-way tie. That's some 3-way action I don't want to see. Hey, those 3 presidents are still alive. Damn, Jimmy Carter's still alive. God damn. I don't know here. What do I do? This seems pretty boring. Tripling up on the D file. And then nobody's messaging me. Retreat! I'm getting close to doing something. It's coming. It's coming. I got something going on here. Just leave your queen on D1 a couple more moves. Damn. Nobody listens to me. Yay. It's a donation. $10, 1 cent. A cab. Thank you. Grungewort. I don't know here. A6. Yeah, that looks good. I got this going on now. Queen takes G6. Exclam. I missed it. It's only a tactic I've played 800,000 times in my life. That's why I can't see it when my opponent can do it. But I set it up good. I took on C4, then I played E5. I made sure they could do it. I'm the goodest. What's a honeymoon? I don't know yet. I'll tell you next week. If I only had a brain, I would be a super GM. I wouldn't be a losing to these people who are insane. I would be a good chess player. I'd stop being a hater if I only had a brain. Look at me, a 2,500 player. And I'll stop and blunder some more. That song makes sense. No. I can't have honey because vegan. I can't do it. I have to report now what you said to the police. No. The police. No. Why am I vegan? I don't know. Why is anything? What happened to John Davis? Nobody knows. Man, this guy's setting up for the next game. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I have a threat. I can't believe it. Ooh, he didn't stop my threat. Well, this game's going to end pretty quickly if he doesn't stop my threat. Should I take on e3 first? No, because knight take... Oh, no, I take... There's king f3. So knight takes e4. Oh, knight takes e4 loses a piece to knight takes c2? Huh. There, knight takes e4. Then knight takes c2, knight takes d6. And then my knight's trapped. Darn. So I have to take the knight and then take the rook. That's winning. But I want more. I guess I don't get any more. Oh well. That's all I get. I mean, I could lose that position. It's me. It's Ben. Why doesn't knight take c2 win? Knight takes d6. Rook takes d6. Rook d2. Damn. Why can't I win that? No. I gotta win up the exchange where he has like some white squares. All right. But I don't want to do that. Well, I don't know which one to take. I guess I'll take the one that threatens his bishop. Whatever happened... Yeah, I think the police got him. I wanted more than this position. More! Ooh, queen here. I have triple pawns. That's pretty good. And my opponent's psychologically crushed. I mean, I hope he is. I don't know. Maybe he's not. Say what? Can I get a what? What? I mean, I want to take this, but I guess I'll take this. Yeah. Exciting. All right, that was the last round. I tied for first with Tremendous Tactics. And D Blind Bugger is playing somebody. So the guy that beat me then lost his next two games. The 2900 player. I took it out of him. Let's see. Or let me rag on the police some more. I mean, people are people. Most police are bad, but there's some good ones. I haven't met them, but there's some. I know a couple of nice cops in St. Louis. But yeah, that's not a good cop town. Not good. Harsh. All right, so I tied for first with D Blind Bugger, D, and Tremendous Tactics. It looks like I'm going to get second on tie breaks. Boo! The next tournament starts, less than 10 minutes. It's a 3-minute tournament. Come on, let's see that gold medal pop out by the wrong guy winning the last game or something. What? I tied for first. We both got 16 points. So we both got the gold medal. And there's no bronze, no silver medal. Hooray! Go, Ben. There was a long gap between streams. You're right, I haven't streamed since yesterday and the day before and the day before. Oh my God. Terrible. Karen. No, Karen's at karaoke. You just remember, most police are bad. That'll keep you in good stead. All right. Next tournament. No police allowed. The Honeymoon Blitz number 3. And then exclam tourney here. It's Linder. How many tournaments have I won? Not enough. It's a 3-minute tournament, six rounds. It starts in 9 minutes. 999. Let's see. What do we got here? This. And then we'll do some puzzle battle. Yay, 200 centidues from the Popo. I love your videos. Blah, 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 blah. Does that ring a bell? No, it does not. All right, so did I do everything right? I don't know. Challenges you to puzzle battle? But you always beat me at puzzle battle. That's not fair. Stop beating me at puzzle battle. Leave me alone. What are you, the police? Oh, that was on the other side of the board. I couldn't see it. I just played it way too fast. I had no idea what the answer was. I just played like the first move. That was stupid. Ugh. Oh, God, it was check. I imagined I had a rook on F1. God. Yeah, I always lose to D Blind Bugger. D. I can't seem to beat him. Anyone who speaks German can't be bad. God, that answer was long. What the hell? There's the kind of answer I like. One that's shorter. Yeah. I don't see why that wins. Oh, I didn't see this. Jesus Christ. Is it here? All right. Is it here? All right. Is it taking that or Queen H8? I don't know. Damn. I don't know which move it is. Okay. I don't know what it is. It wasn't that. Oh, it's Bishop G7. Jesus Christ. I won? How did I win? I got 3 wrong, got 28. I mean, I suck. Doesn't even say I won. That's how bad I did. It like doesn't pop up you won. That's like so bad that it's like screw you, you didn't win. Yeah, I didn't play Bishop G7 and Bishop F6. Ugh. That was apathetic, but mainly pathetic. Yeah, I don't want to play anymore. I just want to go home and get shot by the police. Ugh. All right. 4 minutes left to enter the tournament. It's 6 rounds, 23 players. It's a 3-minute tournament. And then that's the link. Terrible. Oh, horrible. Yeah, the Chess Bros have more viewers than me? God damn. 300 centidues. Flying trapeze sounds good. Just make sure there's no cops there because they'll shoot you. A free target practice. Oh, somebody asked who I like more, the regular police, the evil Nazis, or like the group the police with Sting. So I was answering it. If I decided to quit my job and play chess, would I still be able to donate like I do now? I don't know. I know what your financial situation is. They tried to make me play Gold Dust Tory to go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Go Chess Bros. Yeah, the Chess Bros went to Asia for vacation. Go Ben. Yeah, Daniel 1997 is correct. Wait, chlamydia, is that what Peter said over the loudspeaker? Or was it? Oh no, he said, did he say butter has chlamydia fingers in the cookie episode? I don't know what this is anymore. We're a strip club that gives away free cookies. What a good episode. Peter's wife's cookies. Oh man. That was a good episode. Good job, good job. All right, tournament starts in 2 minutes. It's our last tournament of the stream. We've passed the 20,000 centidue mark. Yay! Only 179,499 centidues to go. And then I'll give half of it to the Police Benevolence Fund. There you go. Karen! Man, trying to learn is getting crushed the last 2 days of this yo mama jokes. Everybody's like, my mom's dead. Damn, it's harsh. Oh, it's a poor kitty cat. I can't take you in, poor kitty cat, because my dog would kill you. Thanks for the good wishes or whatever, etc. Okay, tournament starts in a minute. 32 players, 3-minute tournament, 300 centidues. Jonathan, is it Coltrane, but you misspelled it? I never heard of who you're talking about. I've heard of Coltrane. Some of my viewers are younger. They're certainly not very bright, so you'd think they'd be pretty young. But, it's unclear. All right, let's go. Honeymoon. It's Honeymoon Blitz. Man, CW knows what he's talking about. Will you stream from Rome? I will not. 5 seconds. You can do it. 35 players. Yay. And round 1 starts now. Oh, blundered a pawn. The Eagles were 30 years ago? Damn. Go Rick and Morty. Yeah, the first episode was great. Go episode. Go Rick and Morty. Go Eagles. Can we chat to you if it's an Italian? Only if it's an Italian. Otherwise, don't chat. Who witchy witch hunt? See if they get Trump tonight. Ooh, worst witch hunt in history. I'm as dumb as a typical Republican. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So this woman who was pretending to want to speak at the impeachment, and then they wouldn't let her, and then they complained. She's running for Congress or something. She's a congressperson already. She has a strange name. Anyway, so they're making fun of her on Twitter, and then she was called trash by somebody. And she said, I've never been called trash, and you're the worst, and all that. And then Christy Teigen's like, I think I've called you trash before. But anyway, so then I put a GIF up there, with Danny DeVito doing this, everybody cheering. And I said, we got to ask the trash man. Oh, man, that was the best. The end. The trash man. Everything's funny with always. I'm always thinking of It's Always Sunny now with the impeachment because the lawyer looks like the lawyer from Sunny. And I actually saw the episode last night. The one where Charlie challenges him to a duel. Oh, man. And then Dee's getting pregnant and they're flipping houses. What a great episode. That's a top 5 episode. Bird law. It's funny. But yeah, I mean, that lawyer looks like the lawyer from Sunny. Maybe the Republicans just hired an actor. And eat the contract. Oh, man, what a good show. Bean burritos are good. Bam. It's a GIF. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. What a great episode. I don't know what I like best about that episode because I like everything about it. And so on. Da, da, da. Knight c4. When can I start attacking his king? When can I start doing that stuff? Come on, I want to do that stuff. Wah. I got to do it in a GIF. I can't do it. It's a 3-minute game. Too embarrassed for the characters. It isn't a GIF. Rawr. It's a Jiffy. Let's see. There. Yeah, I'm in trouble because he's mating me. I mate you. You mate me. Hopefully, I mate you first. That's good singing. Uh, uh, there. All right. The charge of the light brigade, shattered and sundered, stormed at the valley of death, rode the 600. Charge for the guns, he said. Yay, j'ai gagné. Man, I won that in a GIF. My only regret is I have bonitis. Very good. Yeah, my favorite episode is The Nightman Cometh. And my second favorite episode is Wrestling for the Troops. But yeah, I mean, sometimes when I see episodes, I'm like, wait a minute, this episode's great too. So I don't know. They're all good. It's hard to beat The Nightman Cometh. That's a hard episode to beat. Wrestling for the Troops tries to. Who'd have thought Roddy Piper would be so good? The answer is fries. Okay, so we have about an hour and 54 minutes until the new Rick and Morty. This tournament ends in about 45 minutes. This is a 6-round, 3-minute tournament, and etc. It's like Data and Data. What do you mean? Bam! Yeah, I heard they did a live one too. I haven't seen that. It's on like Donkey Kong. So many good episodes of Sunny. I always say GIF, not Jeff. I don't get it. I'll see you in a GIF, Karen. It's Karen. Let's see. Have you sung song 3 yet? Etc. You like hard? Typical Karen, liking it hard. It's La Défense Française. Dr. Dem. What? Greece is a country? What? This is round 2. I beat you. You don't beat me. You're the worst player in history. Give a dog a bone. This old man gave a dog a bone. And that's the end of the story. You eat GIF, but you post a GIF. You sang 3. Go, Karen. Wait, what's happening? What world am I in? What's going on? What's going on? Harden shot like 20% from the field yesterday and got 39 points. Possibly Harden's a ball hog. Possibly. Harden makes sure that his team never wins any playoff games. He's good at that. Yeah, if I had Harden on my team, I'd definitely trade him if I wanted to win. But I guess you want to sell tickets. So then you have him on the team because the people aren't too bright. They think he's good. Yeah, so I guess you keep him on the team. You got to play for the fans. The fans don't know what's going on. They're like, he took 97 shots and he made 12 of them. He's great. Yeah, he's like Carmelo minus, except he's much better than Carmelo. Go James Harden. Yeah, Iverson too. Yeah, Iverson, Carmelo, James Harden, they're all the same person. Take 700 shots. Then they're like, look, I got 40 points and my team lost by 30. Yay. Also Russell Westbrook. Now, Westbrook's not as bad as them. Tries though, but he can't do it. Come on, I was going to take some more pieces and make fun of James Harden. So scientists actually did a study and they found on 0% of the plays, Harden does not travel. So he actually travels 100% of the time. That's amazing. I thought it was like 99.9. Yeah. No one remembers when Iverson beat the Lakers. Damn. Since they never won the finals, I'm assuming you mean one game and lost the other 4. Is that what you mean? I think that's what he means. There was a funny efficiency thing on Melo, worst every year, worst ever. That was funny. Oh, you mean that they won one game against the Lakers? Yay. That's the goal of a series, is to win one game and lose the other 4. That's what you want. Who's worse, Hitler, Trump, or 76ers fans? All right, let's make it fair. Hitler and Trump or 76ers fans. That way it's going to be closer. Yeah. Eagles fans, well, that's close. Eagles fans are pretty bad. No, but see, Eagles fans are bad, but 76ers fans think the 76ers are good. So that's funny. 76ers are good in 83. Yeah, Moses Malone, Bobby Jones, Andrew Toney, let's see, Maurice Cheeks, Dr. J. That was a good team. But yeah, now they're just like, 500 team. Yeah, Ben Simmons is terrible. And then the other guy's the most overrated player who ever lived. Who's that guy that's overrated who plays the 76ers? Oh, I forgot his name already. Is his name overrated? Oh, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid overrated. Ben Simmons like not even good. And that's it. So you got like a 500 team there. Anyway, they're still better than Houston because they got Harden. Yeah, 76ers worse. Then second is Hitler and Trump. Yeah, but first 76ers fans. Boo, 76ers. And I have more complaints, but how did the 49ers do today? They were up 10-9 or they were down 10-9. I don't know. Not sure. Nah, the Raptors were terrible, but luckily Golden State's players were all injured. 49ers won. Go 49ers. Now, yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember, I asked who was worse, Stephen A. Smith, and then those other two guys, Max Kellerman, and then the other guy. Who's the third guy? The guy that won. I forgot his name already. The guy that won the bet. Skip Bayless. Has anybody changed their mind since yesterday? Skip Bayless is still the worst. Oh man. Nobody's changing their mind. Patriots won. Shocker. Go Shannon Sharp. And so forth. Anyway, you heard it from me here before the season. You're going to hear it during the season. You're going to hear it during the playoffs. And you're going to hear from me when they're NBA champions. Milwaukee all the way. Always Milwaukee. And I assume they'll play the Clippers. And probably the Lakers lose in the second round because LeBron falls asleep. He's like, man, basketball's tough. Let me take a nap. Old man LeBron. He's old man LeBron. He's very slow now. He can't shoot anymore. He's old man LeBron. They just keep losing in the second round. Although I am surprised. I thought they might not make the playoffs, but now I think they'll make the playoffs. They might lose in the first round of the playoffs. That actually makes more sense. All right, tremendous tactics. Round 3 of 6. Oh my God, there's how many more rounds of this tournament is there? All right, E4. This guy's tremendous at tactics. I'll play boring. Yeah, me and Ginger GM will take on the Lakers. Man, I just gave a lecture about this. That old man LeBron, he just keeps dunking on the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, at the end of the Sacramento Kings game, LeBron fouled this guy and they didn't call it because he's LeBron. So the Lakers win. Then the NBA said, yeah, he fouled him. Yeah, so he's LeBron. We're not calling that. That is a good reason not to call it. That he's LeBron. Also, they're the Kings, so 2 good reasons. Oh man, I forgot who won, me or LeBron. This guy's tremendous at tactics, and he plays Queen B3. Frankly, ballpark. Frankly, delicious. Can I play here, or does it lose immediately? Probably loses. It's my kind of move. Old man LeBron. Well, now I can play. Oh no, this one's hanging. Darn. Dang, I gotta go here. I gotta double up on the bubble up. It's like playing with Karen. Double D's everywhere. God damn. I don't know. Here, that loses. Here, then D5. Knight E5 resigns. Damn. Hate resigning. But somebody has to resign, so I guess it's going to be me. Oh, he played there. Oh, no, I don't have to resign anymore. Here, takes, and I resign. Damn. Always resigning. All these variations end with me resigning. Old man LeBron, he just keeps getting a huge salary. No, I didn't want you to play E5. Always retreat. All right, we have 360 viewers. It's our least amount of viewers ever. Don't forget to donate to the Honeymoon. We're 10% there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Give us money. We'll eat pizza, I swear. If we don't raise enough money, we'll have to go to Rome, Georgia. Man, the truth hurts. The Lakers are like 9-2. What did they play the Sacramento Kings 9 games? Oh, snap. I think the answer is yes. Yeah, the Lakers will start well. Then all their players will get injured, and LeBron will get tired, and then they'll be 500 again, missing the playoffs. Boo! If only I stream more regularly. I stream every day, and I have more viewers than anybody. Otherwise, you're right, as per usual. You're always right, no matter who you are. The only thing more right is my knight on E6. If the knight on E6 is wrong, I don't want to be right. Let's see. Bam. That is funny trying to learn. That's exactly what Trump did. He said, I think I'll go to the hospital. Yeah, that's a good idea. How long will I be in Rome? We're getting there the 22nd, and we leave on the 28th. Old man Trump, he just keeps going to the hospital. No, but seriously, Trump is in the best shape of any current president who's the president right now. If you don't count, former presidents. Of United States presidents. That won the election by getting fewer votes and cheating. Yeah. Other than that, it's still, he's the best. Best illegitimate president ever. And the worst. I got to play C5. Oh, I have 21 seconds? Because I keep talking about how bad Trump is? No! No, God, oh my God. I forgot about the clock. No, no, now I'm going to lose. No. I'm so scared. Damn, that's not good. There's good and there's not good. This is not good. Damn. No time left for me. On my way to batter. Whoa, what do you do? Batter position. No time left for me. Da 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 da. 10 seconds, not good. Not good. Man, that was tough. I almost didn't win. I was very concerned. And so on. Will Trump still be here when Ben gets back from Rome? 50-50. Republicans, blah, blah, blah. Chateau has subscribed. Nobody's ever told me I was a bad liar. Nobody. 50-50. Yeah, losing would have sucked. God, I gotta play the blind bugger D again? Come on, I want to play somebody like, 1400 and then still barely win. Okay, the tournament's half over. 34 players still. And the stream's going to end in about 35 minutes-ish. And don't forget, in an hour and a half, Rick and Morty starts. Wait, why aren't I playing the only other player? Oh, because he has 3 also. I didn't notice that. Oh, yeah, I played him last tournament. I think he was beating me. This guy plays pretty slow because he's from Canada, eh? And the guy's setting up for the next game. Darn. Still theory. Two bishops, what else? The answer is fries. Woman, I told you not to give him 350. Well, I could play bishop takes, which wasn't my intention. Well, I can't play either way now, because he don't let me. Let's see. Bishop f5. I don't know. Something should win. Wish I knew what it was. Let's go there to block up his king side a little bit. Okay. And then go somewhere else. No time left for me. I don't see any way to win immediately. That's unfortunate. I like the immediate wins. On my way to better place. Check. All right. Then double the rooks. Then what? I don't know. Probably 94 is not good. Oh, that move I didn't expect. Yeah, that move's good. All right, still double the rooks. On the bubble up. Yeah, that didn't work out what I did. That was just dumb what I did. Go from winning to slightly worse. Marginally better. No time left for me. I guess I'm not worse anymore. Time's not very good. That was a bad move. That was like the worst move I've ever made in my life. God. What's wrong with me? God. Another horrible move. Was I ever good, or I imagined it? Nobody knows. Never play F3. Come on, Ben. You have 38 seconds, you idiot. Let's make a move. Dummy. So stupid. Why are you so stupid? $29 seconds. Terrible. Horrible. Seconds. I win. Hooray. 92 moves. A nice, easy victory. No, not D blind bugger. D. We're both 4 out of 4, a point ahead of the field. It's a 6-round tournament, and so on. That was hard. Bam. I thought I was going to lose. I know, except not really. JAA subscribed. Hooray. Thanks, JAA. You're the best. What is this baloney? Oh, wait, it's a Benoni. I play the Benoni a lot, except for one thing. I never play it. Can I take that? It is hanging. I guess I'll take it. It's a pawn. God, just because he wins my queen, he thinks he's so good. Do I lose my queen? Yeah, maybe. I lost my queen before this guy was born. The Benoni is supposed to be complicated, but then I don't like complicated. Wah. I like boring. But, I was put on a spot. Pawnish53 subscribed. Thank you. I do the Ironman triathlon like every other year, and then I usually take a year off. Thanks for asking. Good question. I am old. And then some. I mean, I could play Queen C5 check first. I just don't know why. Yeah, have more time. I don't think H takes G4 was the correct move. And now my opponent agrees. What just happened? His pieces went away. It's Karen. Go, Karen. She can't hear me. We gotta do the Karen emotes because she's Karen. All right, what do I do? Knight here. It's all hanging. I'm so confused. Oh, you could play rook takes pawn. I didn't notice that. Yeah. Good thing it doesn't matter. Still, I should notice that. Yeah. All right, good game, good game. Something. That's good if we switch sides now and I take white. I'm set up for the next game. So that's good. Did I see I Am Rosen's Botez Gambit? I did not. More viewers than Chess Bros. Why did they leave? Are they off the air? I never have more viewers than them. When they were away in China for 2 weeks, they still had more viewers than me, and they weren't even streaming. Damn. Harsh. How he lost his queen? Oh. So if he plays king h1 or king h3, knight check wins his queen, because it's called a fork. If he plays king here, I check on c5. And then if he goes here, I have knight h2 mate and queen f2 mate. And if he plays king here, I can win his queen this way. So he shouldn't have taken the bishop on g4. He should have played queen d2. Position's still bad. I have two bishops and an extra pawn. But, I mean, it's better than taking my bishop. That was just a blunder. The end. What's missing? Donations. That's what's missing, the donations. All right, 2 more rounds left in the tournament. Then it's Rick and Morty time. Rick and Morty starts in 85 minutes, the new episode. And episode 1 from last week probably starts in 55 minutes, if I was guessing. They were on vacation. What's Rick and Morty? I don't know. B3. Played B3 in a while. It's Pickle Rick! Gonna double up on the fianchetto. Oh, I thought there were 2 rounds left, but this is the last round. I wasn't counting the rounds correctly. This is round 6 of 6. I thought it was round 5 of 6. Yeah, it was close. Do I actually watch this show? Are you kidding me? Well, now I don't know what to do. I did all the stuff I want to do. Just in case Matt Larson's watching. Oh, my pawn's attacked. Darn. Sort of counterattacked his pawn by accident. But still didn't seem my pawn was attacked. Good player is always lucky. If my bishop's hiding there, maybe he won't notice it later. Maybe. Always retreat. Knight h1, knight e1. Ooh, bishop here is funny. I like that. That's a funny move. He's the funniest. I couldn't go a move without retreating. I had to go here. And I skip a move, like when I take a year off from the triathlon. You are what you eat, so I play the hippo. I don't know what that joke meant, but it was, almost funny. I don't know. C4 is explosive. Could do that. All right, just for the emote, I have to play it. Not a good move, but it's the emote. So, emotes have rights. Not sure what they are exactly. Hope you guys are learning a lot about chess from this game. Move your queen a lot. Repeat every move. Make random legal moves. That's what you should be learning. Blunder a pawn occasionally. Can't blunder my queen now. I traded it. Yes. I'm a genius. So I'm still down a pawn. 2 pawns. What? What happened? Why did you give a bishop away? What's going on here? What's all this then? Hooray! Another fine game for me, except for the fine part. 20K. Yay! 20,000 centidues. It's 200,000. Yay! You don't think I'm going to get there? Why not? $20,000. Man, you guys are confused as to how centidues work. I have 20,000 centidues trying to get 200,000. Why wouldn't I get there? What do you mean? What's the problem? All we need is one big donation and we're there. Somebody could donate 179,000 centidues right now, and then we're there. What's the problem? 395 viewers. Yay. The more you donate, the more I go to Rome. See, there you go. 999. Take them. See? All we need is a few people to do that. And by a few, I mean a lot. Come on, that was like almost 1%. Yay, I win. Man, Bonarisi's always killing it. 2 gold medals. All right. Hooray. Well, thanks for watching and donating and telling me police are great and all that other good stuff. 9 centidues. How many euros is 100,000 centidues? I don't know, about 920 maybe? Maybe. Something like that. I'm within 100. Normally I would be playing like, Puzzle Battle or Puzzle Rush, but I'm so bad at it. 299, yeah, 54 degrees Celsius is about right. 299 centidues. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow and Tuesday, my usual streams. I guess tomorrow I start late because I do the Rita Kings. Ugh. I have to visit. Yeah, but if the pasta's made with egg, then I can't have it. Otherwise, I'll visit there. Crazy awesome geologist. La Vecchia Roma. Too many Italians. What? What's the temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius are the same? Well, if you watch Futurama, you know that first it's one and then the other. Let me donate 10 centidues. Come on, Cooper. It's pretty obvious you're about 8 years old from the way you text. You don't have any money. You might have 8 cents. Yeah. Let's see. Who dis? My daughter. God damn, she dyed her hair. Awesome. 300 centidues and then like 9 centidues. Thank you. Or 10 or something. Yay, my daughter dyed her hair. Finally. Yeah, that looks good. Now my daughter's hair is green, the color of money. Now Spencer's the hair dye expert. Maybe he's a grandmaster. All right. Ben has a daughter? I do? What's Ben's life is what you call complicated. It's not good life or bad life. There's just life. Yeah, my daughter will be 18 next month. How big of a donation to dye your hair Spencer style? How much you got? It said teal on the bottle label. Is my daughter 99999 IQ like me? What? What's my IQ? My IQ is like 9.99. She was in a musical and they're not allowed to dye their hair, but the musical ended today. So then she dyed her hair. Chess doesn't do that. It just does that. Chess makes you good at chess. Did chess make you guys good at chess? Exactly. Sure didn't make me good at chess. All right, let's do Puzzle Rush because Puzzle Battle is, not my friend today. Or ever. I'm starting to hate Puzzle Battle because I'm so bad at it. I used to be good at Puzzle Battle when everybody I played was terrible. All right, Rush, 3 minutes. All right. Pop! Rick takes. Yay. I knew he'd do that. That mate looks familiar. Don't tell me I'm in check. All right, you should tell me I'm in check because I don't know. Is it just here? Okay, that was a strange answer. I don't know why that was the answer. Ugh, come on, stop blocking the checkmate. I mate you, you mate me. Whose turn is it? I wasn't sure that was right. I don't know if that's right. Okay. I'm not sure this is right either. All right. That I knew was right. I don't know. Takes. Oh, this is mate. So I guess mate is correct. I used to be good at chess, and I'm an old man. Old man Feingold. He's an old man Feingold. Just keeps resigning and dropping his pawns. I don't know if it's Queen F6 or Knight E6. I don't see the difference. All right. It was one of them. That was too hard. I'm black. That was hard. Wah. That's what she said. 30. Yeah, 30 is not good. Um, um, oh, it's queen h5 and then bishop takes e5. Jesus. I wonder why I had so much trouble with that. It's check, takes, and then takes this, so check. And this doesn't work because after takes, he has f4 and the queen guards it. I wonder why that was so hard for me. All right. Who should I ban and why? You should ban me. Yeah. Yeah, I can't watch Rick and Morty in stream because Rick and Morty wouldn't like that. Sleep in the couch like DeVito. That was a good episode. I am horrible at chess. Why do I like watching it? Somebody's got to like it. Thanks, Ryan C. Before the players noticed, I don't know, infinite? A funnier question, Linda, would be with kings, because kids' tournaments, their kings are in check a lot, and they don't notice. Yeah, I walked into the tournament room today to see how Karen was doing in the extra-rated game, and then I walk in and a kid raises his hand and looks at me, and I'm like, yeah? And he said, my opponent resigned. I'm like, okay. And then I go in Karen's game, and there's a dispute. So, yeah. Do I do private lessons? I do not. No, I used to do private lessons. But, yeah, I'm too old for that. Basically sleep all day. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. And then, in theory, I stream 7 to 11. But usually I start late because I do Arena Kings. But I might stream 7 to 11. I don't know. I'll do Arena Kings either way. And then you guys cannot donate for that, too. Damn, 30th. 46! That's more than I get in 5-minute Puzzle Rush. Wah. I mean, ever. Damn, 36 is pretty good. Villagra is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. See you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Go Chess Bros. You guys are the best.